Okay, this is the care video for Tokay geckos, or fuck off lizards as I like to call them. They are the pit bull of the lizard world. They are very aggressive. People say you can tame them. I thought I could. You can't. Don't bother. They are instinctively aggressive. It's not something they learn over time. They're born that way. It's built within them to be aggressive and territorial. However, they're not going to lunge at you and start tearing you up. They're not predatorial towards us as such, but they will lunge at you if you are too close to them. But they do prefer to run away and hide, firstly, and bite secondly. But when they do bite, it fucking hurts, and it will really cut in quite deep to your skin and bleed profusely. So they say they're not a beginner's pet. I think they are actually very easy to look after. They just just don't handle them. If you do though, because they're very rapid. So sometimes if you're cleaning the tank out, they might shoot past you and start running up the fucking wall. If they do that, literally don't grab them with your bare hands. You will get bit, and they scream at you as well. They make a very loud scream, mouth wide open. The best thing to do is just get a towel, grab it with a towel. It will bite the towel, but better than your finger. Grab them with a towel, literally just chuck them back in and leave them alone. They can drop their tail, but they don't do it very often, but they do regenerate. I will try to show you these geckos, but they're always hiding, and because they're aggressive bastards, I don't want to force them out and get bit. But I don't know if you can see these. They're down there somewhere. I don't know if you can see off this side. No, well, I can see it. There he is. Two of these. They just look angry, but I think they're really cool. They go. They're one of the most beautiful geckos, and actually the second largest gecko in the world. So, pretty bulky, robust, and easy to care for geckos, but again very aggressive. I'm going to leave him there. I would kind of show you the noises they make, but I really don't want to piss them off. It's not as funny as it is. It's not fair, is it, to piss with them? So yeah, this is their enclosure. They need a lot of climbing space. It's a very tall tank. This is an it's not an Exoterra. I did have them in an Exoterra 4560, but I broke the glass on that. So I went and got a Zoom Ed tank of the same size, which I prefer actually, because it's just got the one door rather than those Exoterras with the line down the middle and the double doors. I prefer these tanks. Much easier to clean actually as well. And substrate wise, you got if you can focus. So the lighting's too crap. You got a bio balls, which is the drainage layer covered by coconut fibres. So it's a bioactive tank. It's got springtails and exotic, tropical wood lice in it, and they'll break down poo and eat fungus and just keep the whole thing going. It needs very little cleaning, and also live plants will absorb some of the waste that seeps through as well. Also looks a bit nicer. Again, places for them to climb, and they need somewhere to hide as well. They actually hide behind that waterfall, but there's a bark in there as well. They could do some more climbing stuff in here, and I will put some more climbing stuff in there, but they seem pretty happy at the moment. They do need to be in quite a moist environment, but not too moist. I've found with a lot of my tanks, when you put a water feature in it, or a waterfall, like this one, it doesn't need as much misting, it just keeps it humid. There's always water in there. I've seen the geckos drinking from this, but still I mist it in the evening anyway, because they tend to drink from water droplets that have landed on leaves. And feeding wise, they will eat anything. They are insectivores. but they will also eat smaller lizards. They'll eat you, tank mates wise. There's nothing you can put in that they will attack anything, eat anything. But they can go in groups. They get on together quite well, I find. But other animals they'll just destroy. So, but I feed them locusts, crickets, cockroaches, and adult ones can actually chomp down a pinky mouse, which is interesting. There's one of their heads just popping out, seeing what I'm doing. Very look after. Oh yes, heating. They do need a basket lamp. However, I rarely see them sit by it. I did have a log under it to see the basket on it, but they didn't. So they tend to just hide behind that waterfall most of the time. Lighting wise, again, you can just use any lighting. They don't need UV. People say they do. They don't. Most nocturnal species don't need UV because during the day they're actually hiding. You know, they come out at night where there's no UV, so they'll just a heat bulb really, just to keep the temperature up, because obviously we're in a cold country. Well, I am in the UK, so just to bump it up to jungle temperatures, we've got a heat bulb in there, which the insects like more. Noise wise, they can call at night. They make a really loud noise that can be quite annoying. But they don't actually do it that often, but the older they get, the more noise they can make, and also depends on whether you've got males, females, how many how they feel, you know. But some can be very, very loud and some aren't. But if you do go anywhere near it, because when I move them, I'm not going to touch it. I sort of poke it with a wooden spoon when I need to move it out of the way if I'm trying to get something and clean something in the tank, and it will attack the spoon and start screaming with its mouth open. But you know, although they come across aggressive, don't be scared of them. They're not poisonous or venomous. They're not going to chomp you and land you in hospital. If they do bite, it is just a bit of blood, but they'll only ever really bite if you're trying to grab it or poke it in the face, you know. But I put my hands in there, you know, they're in there now. They're not trying to jump out and kill me, because people say, you know, don't get one of them, they'll chew the shit out of you, and they're really aggressive. And every video I've seen on YouTube is of aggressive, threatening geckos, but really they they just prefer to hide. But if I did put my hand behind that waterfall, getting a bit would be higher probability. So yeah, any questions you have, let me know and I'll answer them if I can. I think I've pretty much said everything there is to about these. They're very, very easy. Just leave them alone really, and watch them when they come out. Sometimes if you want to observe them, you know, when you never really see them because they're always hidden away, when you turn all the lights off and sort of leave the room, just sort of come back in a couple of hours and just turn the lights on, and you'll see them all on the glass, bright blue, eyes wide open, you know. Or you can put a very, very dim red night light in there, which doesn't seem to disturb them, so they can still hunt at night and you can still see them. But any sort of white light, all the time when there's white light there, they will just hide away, because it's what they do. And that is the care video for crested geckos. Not crested geckos, Tokay geckos.